travel. We're live on Sunday as per usual. Whenever you join, it's the right time. This is a Libra tarot reading. However, everyone is welcome. Air signs, you're welcome. If you come upon this reading and it feels like it's yours, then it is. So own it. So, guys, the last time we talked, we have a lot to uncover today. So, this is going to be a long one. Go get some nachos or chips or beer or soda pop, whatever it is that you want to keep your company with, and then come back and keep watching, okay? We still haven't done anything to this. I have not forgotten. I said that we're going to be putting a visa in here and a reading and possibly a crystal as well. I don't know. But nonetheless, for now, just for now, while y'all think about, what you'd like to possibly get, I do need you to help me out by actually putting in the comments your name so that I can call out your name when you do win. If I pull something out and I see only one name, well, then obviously you win automatically. But we will do it by putting the names in as well into the piñata, and whoever comes out, comes out. Okay. First things first, guys. I did mention this on my other video that I did earlier this week. Go give your girls some love to that static video that was not live. Okay. Hype it up for me so it can circulate. This looks like a plain piece of paper. I can't show it all to you. Okay. It is a check in my name from another state that I used to live in. And I have not lived in that state for 3 or more years, well, 4 years. And so they didn't have my address, etc. What I'm getting at is at the end of our Sunday readings, we mostly go to our 3-minute meditation where we asked Creator for what it is that we need in our lives. And well, let's just say that that check miraculously came to me because they didn't have my address. I didn't give a forwarding address, guys, etc. So that came out of the blue, and it's cashable check. So yeah. Also, just FYI, I have been working 7 days straight. Yesterday I had 3 hours of sleep, and today I had 2 hours of sleep before I went back to work. So yeah, I look crazy. I'm in a t-shirt. Well, that's kind of normal for me, right? But if I look crazy or I look really tired or haggard, just deal with it, Libra. Just deal with it. So in our past video that we did, we were talking about the grumpy fairy. We were discussing letting things go that don't serve you. And unfortunately, some of us get stuck and we don't want to change, or it's hard for us to change, or we're just people that are stuck in habits and we find it hard to change. Nonetheless, the grumpy fairy came out, so she decided to stay out. I put all the other cards away. This card stayed on my table and I didn't see it until I started here. But let me tell you how good God is. I'm going to give you a taste of the tarot before I go into what's happening planetary wise, etc. So this is the card you got that flipped out from a deck we'll be using later, but literally this flipped out on its own. So it kind of matches the grumpy fairy issues here. Sorry to say issues, but some of us have issues, whether we're cross watchers, Libras, air signs, etc. Some of us are having issues. This says the rod near predicts family quarrels and distant loss. There's some kind of loss there. I'm going to put it back in the deck for later when we start doing the tarot. But I'm telling you, this is crazy. And the moon was crazy. So that's a tarot to come. I don't think I can do it tonight, only because, like I said, I've only had like 5 hours of sleep within a 2 days time frame. So I don't want to be that crazy. Although I have to tell you, readings wise, I'm really, really good when I'm tired. And that's because you can go off to wherever you go in order to receive the information. So even before our angel reading, and I'm also giving my iPad a moment to charge. I thought I was really, 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 set up today for everything, but that is exactly what we're going to get to and why. So this was a reading that I did for us. Okay. This was a reading that I did for us cup wise. Okay. And this is what came out for us. Heavy, heavy on Capricorn, heavy on Aquarius, and heavy on Pisces. So if you're not dealing with any of those signs currently, then the emphasis is, where does your house sit in the house of Capricorn, or should I say the planet of Capricorn, planet of Aquarius, wherever, whatever it rules, or Pisces. So if you do not have a way to look at your natal chart, then Libra air signs visitors go to one of the cheap sites that are for free. I did that. Can't remember which one it's called. I think it might be uh I don't know. I don't even know, because I think I removed it from my phone. So I apologize. And I don't want to give you false advertising of where to go and then it's not there anymore. But there are sites that you can go into and it's free to just plug in to get your free natal chart. Okay. So again, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces were very heavy in that cup. Secondarily, what came in was Aries. Okay, so Aries, and we know that Aries, um, it rules the throat, right? Our speech, whatever it is that we're talking about to people, whatever it is that we're trying to convey, right? Whatever we're trying to express. So these houses or planets or astrological signs are going to be very, very important from now until the end of July. So be very, very careful with the way you speak, the way you carry yourself, even your body language. I know I'm a Libra. I can throw darts at you with just my eyes. I learned that from my mom, I guess. I don't know. But I have the don't mess with me mama look all the time. Some people call it resting bitch face. Yeah. I don't have to say anything. Being a Libra, I can use body language to cut you down. So just be very careful with your body language. I'm saying this in reference to, like, if you're at work with anybody else, I mean, it is what it is. But just be very careful with what you vocalize, because sometimes we can say things before we catch ourselves. And please forgive me for my AC if it's very loud. I love being in the cold and it's really nice in here right now. So be careful with your words. Then, like on the Libra, you did come out in your own reading, but this was very, very light. And I felt that personally, as Libras, your energy was kind of low vibration. So you might want to raise your vibrations. And I know that we talked about as well in that other reading that you needed to clear things out of your energy or your life in order to raise your vibrations. So please do that, okay? And lastly, what came out was the clover as well. And the clover signifies good fortune. But did you know that there's only 1 in 5,000 that carry the red seal of approval, as they say, the 4-leaf clover that are supposed to be very, very lucky? There's only 1 in 5,000 that grows. Isn't that crazy? I just thought I'd throw that in for good measure because I never even realized that. No wonder we can hardly find one, right? So what it also signifies is, for the first leaf, it signifies faith or fame. Okay, faith or fame. The second one signifies hope or wealth. And the third one, love or faithfulness. The fourth one, luck or good health. Okay, so I did want to mention we're going into a lot of different planets here that are all combined together. I did get my sparklers for the 4th of July, and which prompted me to remember, guys, prompted me to remember whew, that we are in a volatile energy right now. And I'm going to give you, for instance, but I'm going to first tell you what to be careful with. Be careful with sharp objects like knives. Be careful with wrecks, car accidents, fires, setting fire to things by accident, of course, and fights, especially fist fights. Do not get into those. That's why I'm saying use the house of Aries, right? The ruler of the throat. Use it very wisely, discerningly, because let me tell you, it's not going to go good if, especially Libra, I've already told you guys, we're made out of air. So anything we touch gets bigger. Anything and everything that we touch gets bigger. Some of the seeds came out of my teeth, but nonetheless, just be very, very careful. We're going to go into our angel portion, and then I'll grab onto my iPad so we can go into the tarot, okay? Today is going to be a little bit different with our tarot. We need a message, please. We need a message, please. Not that big of a message. Did you see that? That's about 7 cards. No, don't want that. Message, please, for the day, for Sunday. Message, please. Ah, that was great. Didn't have to work too hard for that one. Okay. Let's take a look, guys. The angel of perfection. I'm laughing, guys. I'm laughing at myself as well, guys. But I'm laughing at the fact that most of you guys that'll view this. Hi, everyone. Amarath, I think that's the way you pronounce your name. Shakti, I think that says. And I don't know who else joined, but welcome, welcome. I'm laughing because as a Libra, I'm a freaking perfectionist. And I've calmed down a lot through the last couple of years. I've calmed down a lot, but I have major OCD about the way things should look, the way things are moved in my home, etc. So I'm just weird like that. I have to have things in a certain way. Up until this year, I still had to have my veggies not touching each other because I don't like a plate that has everything all over the place. Now I'm so tired from my regular job. I don't give a care. It's gonna taste the same, and the heck with putting vegetables in one pot, etc. I just mix it all in now. All I'm caring about is that I get my main dish and the vegetables that the doctor wants me to eat. I don't care about anything else. Hi, Sullivan. How are you doing? So we got the angel of perfection. We're into it. We're very much in for it today. There's a lot of messages to give today. So the angel of perfection. In my real self, life is eternal, and that we should know. We're spirit. This is just a shell. You meet me, this is how you will remember me, right? This is how you will know that it's me, because you're saying your salutations. Hi, my name is Victoria. What's your name, etc. And you're putting the name to the face. But in all seriousness, we are spirit. Our souls are spirit. That has nothing to do with the body, because we're not taking this body with us when we go back home. I'm just trying to keep it real, guys, okay? So it says, in my real life, or my real self life, is eternal. Wisdom is infinite. Hopefully people use it, including me. Love is abundant, and beauty is perfection. Y'all know they're not talking about the outer beauty, I hope. Okay? All that is complete and whole is perfect. The white dove does not need to wash for whiteness. Neither does the flower in the fields beg for fragrance. The more natural and spontaneous the gesture, the closer to perfection. To overemphasize the need for perfection may push away the possibility to channel the perfection of who we really are in every moment of our lives. That's crazy. I told my little anecdote before I even read it. And that's what I'm saying is I used to be this big perfectionist. Oh, when my kids were growing up, they couldn't even touch a cushion on the couch. Well, for one, that was our visitors, right, area to sit when they came to visit. We had a what is it? A den. We had a den, and in that den was a separate couch. And hey, go to town on that. But in the living area, right? There's a living room that's your actual place, your salon, if you're Spanish, tu salon, so that was a place that we'd bring in the guests. They didn't need to be in our craziness unless they were super close friends and family. Then, hey, you can come see where all the animals, reside, where they graze. But that's the way I was. And my kids probably thought I was crazy, but I'm just a clean freak. I like everything in its place. As a Libra, we can be perfectionists. So just take it easy, okay? Take it easy and know that there's perfectionism and then there is something that is perfect, just as it simply is, which is you. But today we're going to learn how to be more of us, more of ourselves, okay? Whew. Okay, we got that done. Let's get to this iPad and let's hope it's got enough gas so that we can have it for the rest of the time that we're sitting here. We have a lot of things to talk about, guys, a lot of things. So the one thing that we want to talk about as well is the fact that today's reading is going to be on the empath who is in love with the narcissist, okay? So let's go to today's motivationals for that. I love myself and my energy, and I love my life. Now, if some of you are going, no, no, and no, then we need to talk. So keep listening. You should love yourself, not as the narcissist does, but if you're an empath like I am, you tend to give way too much energy to everybody else and everything else to the point of not leaving enough for yourself. So you can find yourself, especially in these days, like these last few weeks, you can find yourself depleted of energy. You can find yourself like I am, half asleep, giving you this message, but I wasn't going to not give you the message. I just could not. And as a matter of fact, let me tell you the double whammy. So I've worked all week, all 7 days. I've had 5 hours of sleep the last 2 days. I went to go get my oil changed because my poor car had been waiting for it and I never leave it waiting. Then I came home and I did a private reading and that lasted about an hour and a half. And then I decided to get on with you guys at 5. So I've had all I can handle, but guess what? The show must go on. You're here for your reading and the message. So if you don't love yourself, you need to keep listening. If you don't love your energy, let's help you to fix that. And if you don't love your life, well, what's broken? Let's figure that out and fix that too, okay? 7 rules of life, it says. I'll see if I can get through all of them. Let it go. Let it go. Whatever it is, whatever upset you, let it go. It's not good enough to ruin your day. And you know what? Your thinking will stay in stinky cheese mode, right? Like not the cheese that smells because it's Gouda cheese or mustard cheese. No, it's the stinky cheese that nobody needs. So please let it go. Okay? If you had a bad day yesterday, let it go. Number 2, ignore them. Don't listen to other people. Live a life that's empowering to you and empowers you. If you've given too much to other people, or let's say you're already a parent, even for some of you, you're already a parent, but you're an empty nester, right? Your children are in college, university, or married and have their own children. Okay, so be it. Just empower yourself. If you've already given to whatever it is that you were supposed to under obligation or responsibility, whether it's a mother, a father, a sibling, or your own children, or a husband or wife, and you've given as much as you can, now it's time to empower yourself. Because if those relationships didn't provide any reciprocal love, affection, attention, etc., nurturing, then it's time to let it go. Okay? Give it time. Okay? Time heals everything. And that's true. If we do the healing, and that's what this tarot is all about today. It's about the healing for the empath. It's about the healing for the person that feels that they've been in a narcissistic, abusive type of relationship that only goes in circles. We're here today to empower the empath. Okay? Don't compare. The only person you should try to beat is the person you were yesterday. So if you were phenomenal yesterday, then you want to beat that because you want to be at an all-time high. But if you were stinky cheese yesterday, as per your own thought frame, then today be better, do better. Okay? And don't compete with others, because let me tell you, as I keep telling my Libras, you don't compete where you don't compare. Okay? Apples and oranges, or mangoes and apples, okay? It's just not the same to give you that taste, right? So you can distinguish the differences. Stay calm. It's okay not to have everything figured out. Like I said, the laptop was not figured out. Oh well. So just give it time and you'll get there. It's on you. Only you are in charge of your happiness. And we're going to stop there because I don't want to run out. These I'm going to go through really quickly. Fighting. This is the males portion of it, okay? Men that are tired of fighting, this is what happens. He talks less. He stops explaining. He spends more time in silence. He loses interest. He stops trying to prove himself. He forgives way too easily, not out of weakness, but because he's tired of the conflict and it drains him and it's causing pain. He starts smiling less. He buries himself in work or routine. He distances himself. Okay. Again, with the empowerment, believe in yourself, stay strong, never give up, be grateful, work hard, and stay humble. A harmless man is not a good man. A good man is a very dangerous man who has it under control voluntarily. Voluntarily, meaning he doesn't want to fight anymore. He's tired. Watch your thoughts because they become words. Watch your words because they become actions. Watch your actions because they become habits. Watch your habits because they become your character. Watch your character because that's your destiny. Okay? Looking behind, I am filled with gratitude. Looking forward, I am filled with vision. Looking upward, I am filled with strength. Again, every man is given two options because now we're talking to the ladies. Either stand up and be the man she needs you to be, or sit the F down so she can see the man standing behind you. Okay? Strong woman doesn't waste time feeling sorry for herself, doesn't give away her power, doesn't shy away from change, doesn't waste energy on things she cannot control, doesn't dwell on the past, doesn't fear taking calculated risks, doesn't make the same mistake over and over, doesn't resent other people's success, doesn't give up after the first failure, doesn't fear being alone. Okay? You need to understand that so that you can be more empowered. The intuitive portion of the reading, these are the songs that came through. Stand by me. Stand by me. That was the song that came through. And the other one was Missing You. What we're going into right now, planetary wise, Chiron is entering Taurus right now. It's going to stay there between 2026 all the way to 2033. Okay. So anything that has to do with healing, anything that has to do with prior hurts, we need to clean them up and get them out. It's not going to allow you to stay and wallow, because if you do that, I promise you, it's only going to hurt more. And I'm just trying to give you friendly advice. The rest is up to you. Tarot responsibly. Okay. So the main message is what we're going to get to now. We're going to go into that. Try to sit this down without hurting anything. But right now what we're doing is we're attempting to figure out your current energy as a loving empath and how is that presenting itself in heart state and your emotional capacity right now. Okay? How is it affecting you? And how does it affect your relationships after the narcissist? Think about that. After the narcissist, okay? That's your current energy. We want one card for the current energy, please. Okay. Sorry, YouTube. I didn't realize I was gonna be naked. That's crazy. Okay. This is the narcissist energy. and what role they play, one of their current energy patterns, and any narcissistic traits that might come up that are in relation to you. Huh, that sounds about right. So I guess today's mantra is I am an empath in love with a narcissist. How do I get out of that cycle of toxicity? How do I stop being in love with a narcissist and start healing myself? This is going to be your core. What's at the core? What are posing problems or challenges? Okay. that's that's awesome. I love it. And this is a key advice. What you need to know right now. That's I'm sorry. That's funny as heck. What you need to know right now. There's 3 cards. I only wanted 1. I'll take it because I love you guys. But let me tell you something. That is just crazy. That's just crazy what it's telling us. So, deep breath. I've been taking a lot of deep cleansing breaths for you guys lately, let me tell you. And so your readings have been very heavy for the last 2 weeks. I covered this because it is time for a choice, a decision. It's the Lover's card, guys. It's the Lover's card. And I have to cover the goodies because YouTube doesn't like nakedness, even if it's cartoon. But it means that right now it's time to make a decision. I feel that this is hitting both of you right now. So I'm sorry if you're watching this tarot, you might be watching for a friend or yourself, but this tarot is in reference to my beautiful empathic people and generally speaking, Hyoka empaths that are in love with narcissists. It just happens, or maybe if you're lucky like me, you get a twin flame that either has narcissistic tendencies or is actually a narcissist. So if that's what you are, then you're here and I'm glad you are, but it's time to make a decision. So that's what the Lover's card is indicating. It's time to make a decision. Libra, air signs, it's time to make a decision. Either you're going to continue in this cycle of never ending abuse where the narcissist gets to do whatever they want with you. And I don't know if you guys got to see the thumbnail that I put up. Holy Hail Mary full of grace, punch the devil in the face. And so you are the one praying, and the devil is the narcissist that just doesn't get off your case and doesn't act right because either they're emotionally damaged, their parents damaged them before they were even adults, or a relationship damaged them, or they just have narcissistic tendencies and they're just, it's like someone with an addiction. If they're not ready to change, you're not going to be able to. I'm just saying, don't shoot the messenger. Okay? Love you too. But what they're thinking about is money, finances. I don't know why, we will clarify, but that's what's on their mind. Clout, recognition, status, you name it. But that's what they're thinking about. That's what they feel is the most important thing in their life. I don't know why, but we're going to clarify. And again, it could be for various reasons. Maybe they were poor growing up. Maybe they told themselves or promised themselves they'd never be poor again. People in past lives. I do believe in reincarnation. Otherwise, we have to say that Christ didn't ascend on the 3rd day, right? That he did not rise from the dead. So you got to believe in reincarnation or you're just full of malarkey then. So for me, it could have even been a past life where this person was poor and didn't have anything. Maybe they were homeless. Maybe they were beggars. You know, in those days in biblical times, they had the beggar that was, I feel like somebody's pulling my hair. That's why I'm looking around, guys, in case you're wondering. I feel like somebody's pulling my hair. You know, the beggars, right? The beggars that would sit at the beginning of the city, right? At the outskirts, right? As people were coming and going, beg for alms. So it might be something like that. I'm gonna put my hair like this because something keeps pulling my hair. It's like turn around. I don't want to turn around. That's another thing. Being distracted right now. Yeah. Welcome to Venus retrograde 101. You are ruled by Venus if you're an air sign. And if you're a Taurus, well, you're still under the sign of Venus. So it's going to affect your money right now. So please be very careful and gentle with your wallet, your bank account, your credit cards, whatever. Because, for example, I went out and spent all this money. I was not thinking I was going to spend, but my mentality is always if I spend today, in 90 days, I'll spend again, but not for 90 days. I won't have to waste, right? Supplements, groceries, right? So just be very careful. And I got my oil changed. Well, I didn't, my GYPSY did, but I digress. So just be very careful with your finances right now because we're also going into Mercury retrograde. Welcome to beautiful Mercury retrograde, where you can't get your words out and you stumble and fumble with words and you get brain fog, a flat tire. No, I'm not pointing out flat tire because I don't want to point where my car is. Anything can happen. That's why I said be very, very careful with sharp objects. On my way to get my oil change from work, there were 5 fire engines that all of a sudden just kept trying to come through past everybody. So I was trying to get to the appointed time because I had an appointment to change the oil. And I was like, holy heck, what am I going to do? So it was a horrible accident where a whole motorcycle looked like it was a half of a motorcycle. It didn't even have tires anymore. So I don't even know where the tires went, but there was a car involved and a motorcyclist involved. And I don't know if he came off the motorcycle, she, whatever, but it was ugly. So just be very, very careful. And right now, we're also having the planetary alignments. See how I can't think? Planetary alignments. Give me a break. I'm half asleep. With our planets being the way they are, were the same as when we had the American Revolution against Britain. Sorry, Britain. I love you guys. Now I love you. But before we were fighting with you guys and we wanted you out of our beeswax and get out of our country. And this is ours and that's yours. And stay away. Leave us alone. Leave us alone. Just get out. So I'm just saying, be very careful. And that's why I showed you my little, sparklers, because I'm going to light my sparklers on the 4th, of course. It's the 250th anniversary, right? 250th year anniversary of America. But at the same time, what happened for us to get there? There's a lot of fighting going on, a lot of people that were unalived during that for both sides. So just understand that we're in a very volatile energy. So you can have family fights, you can have friendship fights, you can have fights at work. I'm just saying, be very careful. And you're going to be very short, like time attention span. Because I was at work. I was like, get this meeting over with already in my head. Get it over with already. I hate it when people are long winded. And my boss literally turns around and goes, "Are you still with us?" And I'm like, and I walk back to it. To me, if you already said all the good stuff and I don't need to hear the rest, my brain is like, like Dave Chappelle, you know, just shut it off. So I'm just saying, be careful, guys. Be careful, be careful, be careful. I know we're not at the 4th. I'm just telling you, this is the forbearance. So to their money, like I'm all about the money. I'm all about the Benjamins. I'm all about the status, like the girl, flipping your hair type situation. And you're answering with, well, I'm all about the Libra. I'm all about me. And some people can say, whoa, you're all about you. Aren't you filled with yourself? Actually, yeah, I am. For once, I am going to love on me. For once, I'm going to see what's good for me. For once, I'm going to ask what's in it for me. Because most of us, when we get into relationships, do you ever ask that? I mean, if you're a smart person, you probably will ask in a nice way. But if you're one of those alpha females or alpha males, you probably will ask in a not so nice way. I'm just saying, I don't recall ever asking someone that I was in a relationship with, what's in it for me? But I can tell you this girl has wised up. And so, yeah, you got to ask those questions. I always tell people this: when you first get into a dating, especially a dating situation, not a situationship. That's BS. Let's just call it what it is. It's bullshit. So just call it what it is. But when you're dating someone, when you actually leave the house, not like the lazy type of people that think they're dating and all they do is ask if they can come over, and then they ask you, what do you have to drink, instead of bringing something. Yeah, not even bringing you food or anything. No, they don't even break bread with you, okay? That's a situationship. That's a booty call. We're not talking about that. But when you're actually dating someone, that you actually go to a movie, you actually go on a bike ride, a motorcycle ride, whatever, a walk, I don't care, Mickey D's, but you're actually going on a date, yeah, date those people for about 3 months. And if there's no sign that that's an actual relationship, or that even that they match wanting to have a relationship, or you don't even like them at that part, then yeah, bye bye. Adios. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you, but you gotta go. Not here. You can't stay here. I don't care where you go, but you gotta go. So, yes, Libra, you must be more discerning, especially if you're an empath. You better start putting up those boundaries. And some people are going to hate you. And let's say you had boundaries, but let's say the narcissist was your soulmate or was your twin flame, and you gave a little bit extra rope for them to hang themselves, and now they're good and dead because they not only hung themselves, but probably put the darn rope around their neck about, I don't know, 10 times. I'm just saying, then that tells you everything you need to know. They're a done deal. You don't need them in your life. You don't need them to come back and forth. What are they doing? What are they doing? A check in? What is this? A doctor's office? You need to check in? Don't check in. You've already checked out. Stay checked out. I'm just saying. So, Libra, yeah, you better put up those defenses. And when the narcissist comes back, that just happened to be your twin flame, your soulmate, or the one, just let them know this is the way I've always been. But with you, I gave you extra rope, extra TLC, extra time, extra care, because I saw something. I thought I saw some greatness in you. You proved me wrong, but I thought I saw something great in you. I saw the possibilities of you rising to the occasion, of you being a real lady or a real gentleman. Now, I'm going to go a little bit deeper here. For the ones that have turned this relationship into a booty call or a situationship, which is the new way to say booty call, let me tell you something. This is what my mom would say. And disclaimer, this is an adult channel. If you are under 18, please go away. Go away quickly. Go away. So this is an adult channel. My mom used to say this, or at least she told me this. And I thought it was so crude at the time that she told me. But as an adult who's mature and is worldly now, I can tell you she was right. She would tell me, and this is gonna go both ways. So don't be salty, men. I'm not just talking about men, but this is the analogy. She used to say, men are gonna go and do their mess, and they're gonna wash it off and come back to you. Now, I'm going to tell you the cleaned up version of that. A gentleman or a real lady, somebody that's cultured, someone who has sophistication, and someone who has intelligence, especially in the emotional intelligence. We all know that if they have a tendency to step out, that they're going to do it. There's nothing you can do about it. If you keep taking them back, just understand that. But I will tell you what I have found in life in general. If there are a lady or a gentleman, they're going to be discreet if they do it. Hopefully they don't, but if they do it, they're going to be so discreet that you would never know unless you're me. But I'm just saying, I read energy. Possibly you don't, but if you do, I'm just saying. So I would know if it was somebody skanky. Holy crap, I would know. But I'm just saying, guys, don't be taking these people back and then saying, you know, maybe they're going to stop cheating. They probably won't. If they're a serial cheater, they're probably going to keep doing it. But I'm just throwing that out there for the cross watchers, male or female. If you do things and you make it known, this is my MO. I like to sleep around with everybody because I think I'm Ron Jeremy, or I don't know, some kind of Playboy bunny. Then don't expect anybody to be loyal to you, and expect the people to do it right back to you. And if they did it to someone else and getting out of a relationship to be with you, what makes you think, my beautiful air signs, that they're not going to do it to you? So I'm just saying, if you're with a serial one of those, just maybe they're watching, and I hope they are, and get it through their thick skull that a man or a woman, a lady or a gentleman, is going to go do their mess, clean themselves up, and do it discreetly so you don't get hurt. A person that's a narcissist is going to do it in your face, is going to leave you notes, is going to leave you telephone numbers, is going to leave you nasty clothes, is going to post things that shouldn't be posted, are going to have things in their phone they should not have. So that's what you're dealing with. Remember, this is a huge unwrapping today in reference to the narcissist versus the love and tenderness that an empath gives. And it's very, very difficult to hold your boundaries, especially when a narcissist, because stop and think about it. They've been training themselves for years to be this way, to get something out of you. And whoever broke them, or if they were born like that, you're not going to unbreak them. They have to want to change if they can. They have to want to go to a doctor, a psychiatrist, if they want, for you or for themselves. You're not going to be able to cure them. Okay? I love you. Just keeping it real. So stand your ground, and that sword is your truth and your boundaries. Do you have them? Are they weak in general? Not only with the narcissist, but in general? Then you just need to keep listening. What is the objective? What is the long term that I see for this? Well, for one, you are being viewed. So somebody still keeps an eye on you, even if you're not with that person or haven't heard from them. I don't know if they can drive by your home. I don't know if they can drive by your work. I don't know if they know where you hang out, the gym, the grocery store you use, the movies you go to. I don't know. But you're being spied on. Do you have social media? Do you have a channel like I do? You're being spied on. So when you think, oh, they're gone, they're not thinking of me. Oh no. Either they left something behind, or they think you're their property because they're spying on you. And that's what I'm hearing in my head. You belong to me anyway. You belong to me anyway. You're not going nowhere. You know, those kind of people, you're not going nowhere. Yeah, whatever. But they want the ultimate happiness. I don't know if they can have it, Libra. I know you can. If you do some healing for yourself and you allow somebody new to come through, you can. But they want the happiness. They say that's with you. They also say that the love is with you. It's a big cup of love. So that's a tall order. And if they haven't been able to give you that love since you've known them, and you're way past that 3-month mark that I just talked about, how realistic are you being? I love you, but I'm just keeping it real today. How realistic are you? How realistic are you being with yourself and with them? Because let's take this and dissect it just a little more. What if the person that is the narcissist cannot change? Maybe they're so broken. I know. Psychiatrists, doctors, if you view this, this is not a session of that sort. This is a tarot session. But I'm just saying, what if they're so broken, somebody broke them, their parents broke them, they broke themselves, whatever, and they cannot change? I'm just posing that question. Give me your thoughts in the comments. All right. Is this relationship going anywhere? If the Libra decides to stick this out, Is this relationship going anywhere? Let's see. My air signs. Let's see what happens here. All right. We'll take a look. We'll take a glimpse into this. Okay. All right. Eight of Wands. Something's coming really, really fast. I don't know where I want to put that. I'm guessing right here. Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is coming out. So that is the sense of security. But there's a choice again. Holy macaroni. This one has clothes on. They have clothes on. There's a choice. Sorry. There's a choice. There's a choice that needs to be made. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something, guys. I'm going to say this because it's the right thing to do. Disclaimer. They might very well be your twin flame. They very well may be the actual twin flame. But for whatever reason, you thought your mission was hard to come down and complete when you were by yourself and didn't know about your twin flame or didn't know that they existed in your realm of possibilities here on earth. And then you meet them and you've already gone through a lot. You've already had to process a lot in your lifetime. Okay? That's why I watch the messiness of others. I want to say it that way, to not be ugly towards them, because I've had my messiness before too. And so the crappy childhood fairy, I love her channel because of that. So I advertise for her, you could say, because it makes a lot of sense with the limerence and stuff. It's hard to get rid of the feelings when you feel like you really belong with this person. If they could get if they could just get their SHIT together, right? Sugar, honey, iced tea. If they could just get it together, they'd be so fabulous. Yeah. But there's these lovers keep coming out. They keep coming out. They're trying to tell us something. They're trying to tell us that for portion of you, there's a big possibility this is your twin flame. But if they don't research twin flames, if to the point of understanding what that means between you and the possibilities for you both as a couple, they're not going to be able to clean up their act. And if they don't emotionally um and psychiatrically, mental health wise, get some help, they're not going to be able to start healing. Okay, so it's one thing for you to heal as the empath because of this cycle of abuse, because some of you also, I bring her up, the crappy childhood fairy, because some of us, me included, raise my hand, had a really bad portion of our childhood where we were not taken care of very well. I'm going to put it mildly. And so we had to heal from that. And if we haven't, going out there for you, if you haven't, please take a look at yourself, deep dive within yourself. My empaths, my Libras, my air signs, or my dear viewers, if there's something in your childhood or from past trauma, from relationships, because yeah, like I always say, people don't come with labels. I wish they did, a patch or something. Don't touch me. Hot. Don't touch me. I'm dangerous. Don't get close to me. I will only hurt you. You don't want to date me. I'm broken. Something to let you know. Because on the outside, we fall in love first with our eyes. So going back to that angel, right, of perfection, going back to that card, we fall in love with our eyes. So maybe there's a certain look we like, or maybe there's a certain type we like. I like tall, dark, and handsome. I'm just putting out there. I'm trying to keep it real. So maybe you have a particular person type, and unfortunately, those types keep on hurting you. Fool me once, shame on me. No, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, I think it goes. So just be careful. Just saying, girlfriend. Just saying, guys. Be careful. But nonetheless, it looks like you have a choice. But they also have a choice because it's coming out on the first card. So that means to me that you both have to figure things out. Them on their side, do I want to heal Do I want to stop being the way I am? Can I stop? That's a good question. Can I stop myself from being the way I am? That would mean a change of character. That would mean that you would have to be so self aware. I didn't say self absorbed because that's the way the narcissist is naturally. You would have to be so self aware that you would know when you're hurting people, that you would know when it's not even being politically correct, when you were just being nice instead of rude, callous, and brass, just they could be people that are just so crass. It's just I can't even go into because it makes me just want to punch them in the nose. That's why I posted my thumbnail, Hail Mary, full of grace, punch the devil in the face. Not that I'd actually punch someone, but if I could, and metaphorically and in my mind, yeah, I would punch them over and over because the narcissists are so rude, mean, and they're always people blamers. They do not take responsibility for anything that they do or anything happens within the relationship. You hurt me. Oh, well, you hurt me too. Can you be more specific than that? Did I hurt you from just standing here and saying you hurt me? So take the blame. If it is yours to take, fix it. Apologize when the time is appropriate, not years later. Nobody gives a heck. What I was going to say is HIT, SHIT. Nobody gives a because it's already so past the norm that if it took you that long for you to be able to apologize, I don't want the stinking apology because you're only doing it to get close to me again. Yeah, that's the way it is. That's how they get back into your good graces. They know you want to hear something. But instead of doing it in a timely manner when it matters and when you needed it, they're doing it so they can get back in. So just be careful with that. But there is a decision you have to make. Okay. Do you want this person back in your life? Are you going to put boundaries now? Are you going to put those boundaries and say, hey, if you're going to be in my life, let's start it as friends. Or if you're going to be in my life, I don't be mean, but you need some help. You need some serious help. You need to take a look at yourself. Do a deep dive. Talk to yourself in the mirror like you talk to me, and let's see how you feel. And they might come back and say, I feel wonderful. Well, then you're not ready to heal. You're not ready to do any healing, and you certainly are not ready to be near a person like me because I'm fabulous and I don't need you in my energy. I don't need you stinking it up. I'm just saying. So that's your decision. Their decision is a little more clean, as you see, because they came out with the clothes are on. That's a miracle. That is a miracle. The clothes are on. I'm just saying, they're going to have to decide if they really want this happiness, this contentment. And this is generational wealth, by the way. So this is to your grave. And then it lasts to your children as well, or grandchildren. It's generational. They want that long, happy feeling, sensation. They want all of it. Okay. You got to make sure that they're actually going to go through with that because it is a choice. It is on the choice card. It's a choice. Now, I'm going to get off of it just for a little bit and give a little tender, loving feeling here. So also the Lovers card coming out twice is telling me that you are either a twin flame, somebody that really feels an affinity to one another. You feel that when it's really, really good, it's beautiful. But then when it's really, really bad, it's just not. So all you're left with is the remnants of those memories. So again, guys, this is a decision, but this is a two-way street. For once, the cards are showing that you both need to sit down, first decide with yourself. Do I go another round with those boxing gloves? Do I go another round, or is this enough for me? Is this as far as I go? I've already given all I could in this relationship, and frankly, I don't have any more. Like some of the things that I was reading out to you guys. It was so that you'd understand how people get at the end. They just don't have any more energy to give. It's been all spilled out. So this beautiful cup of love here that is wanted by possibly both of you, because it's coming out for both of you, it's already been spilled out on your part because of hurt, because of what they've put you through, because of their stubbornness to not change, because of their stubborn, arrogant ways and pigheadedness to where they're not seeing how they're hurting you. Like I said, you hurt me. Well, you hurt me too. It's like, are we children? That's not the way to express it. You hurt me, and this is what you did, or this is the way I felt when this happened. And then if they want to speak, well, you hurt me because of XYZ. That is the appropriate approach. But a tit for a tat, no, we're not doing mudslinging. We're not just saying you hurt me to be starting a fight. We're trying to express that we gave you love. We gave you a part of our life. We allowed you into our life, and possibly for some of you, a part of your children's lives as well. And then they just messed that all up. They pooped all over that, all over that. So again, guys, there is a decision that needs to be made. But at this point, now I'm talking to the Libra, to the empath, to the air sign, to the visitor. Now at this point, you're going to have to decide whether you have enough love or you've had enough of that love, of toxic love, and you're done. And it's an experience, and you chalk it up to experience, and that's it. Okay? Let's keep going. Holy mackerel. There's a tower coming. There's a tower coming, and that tower came fast. That tower came fast, guys. King of Cups, King of Swords. Oh, there's two kings here. To the Empress. So you're being viewed as the Empress. I think that's beautiful. I do. Because at least if they haven't said it to you, they do view you as somebody of someone of high caliber. They don't see you as someone is just like everybody else. There's something different about you. There's something different about you. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So even if they haven't verbalized it, know that they do hold you in high regard. And I know, you can say, Victoria, how the heck do they hold me in high regard? Look at all the things they do to me. You're preaching to the choir now. I know, been there, done that. Sometimes we do have to exercise, and I'm just saying, don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. I'm just saying, sometimes we have to exercise what we, practice what we preach. So if we want them to be loving, kind, considerate, then possibly what's asked of you at this time, from what I'm seeing so far, is not a second chance or a 15th or a 100th chance. That's not what I'm talking about. But could you possibly lend them your full attention without speaking? Like really listening to them if they come back, really hearing them out. Now, after that, if you make a decision, hey, I understand what you want from me, and I thank you for coming and explaining yourself, but no. But thank you so much. Because at least now that door is completely closed, that chapter of my life is completely closed, and I don't have to revisit it, and I can start the real healing now. So that's your choice. I'm only here to tarot. I'm only here as advisement. I am not here to run your life. You have free will for that, okay? But there are two kings here. So two kings to the Empress and the Fool. So I'm telling you, this person is trying to build a bridge. Trying to build a bridge between you so they can recross over, okay? Because maybe it was demoed with the last argument or the last time you saw them. Maybe it was demolition day, demolition time, demolition day, and all the TNT came out and vamos, it's done. So now there's a bridge that's trying to be built between you guys. And there's going to be an offer could be an offer of an engagement. It could be an offer or an invitation. It could be, let's go out. Or it could be, like I just finished saying, real dating. Someone is not going to come and offer you a situationship again. Someone is not going to offer you to be friendly in the bedroom. And that's as close as we get to the front door, leaving and actually going on a date. You know, I'm starting to think some of these people are actually cheap. Don't shoot me, crosswatcher. You got me. You got me. You're going to have to find me, though. I'm going to be a target for you. But I'm just saying, possibly they're cheap. Have you given that any thought, my beautiful air signs? Maybe the reason they don't leave your house when they come is because they're cheap. They don't want to buy you anything. They don't want to buy you a Mickey D's. They certainly don't want to buy you a steak dinner at Chris Ruth's, let's say, one of the higher, high-end restaurants. And they certainly don't want to see you in public because they haven't bothered. Or is that the other reason why? They don't want to be seen in public. Maybe they have more than one house they visit and they don't want to be seen in public with you because then oh, you're in a relationship? Oh no, that's my cousin. You know how people say, hey cuz. So just be careful. There's a reason. I'm just saying there's a reason why. Or they just wanted to keep it as a download thing. You're just this, and that's all I see. I don't foresee a future with you. But for them to want to come back, there has to be something there. Either you grew on them, they started falling in love, or it was just all that and a bag of chips in the bedroom. I'm just saying, just there's a reason why they keep coming back. But this time they better at least flip for a burger, or I don't know, take me to the park or do something, you know? In Spanish, it was like, I'm all dressed up and know where to go, right? The way I say, me dejó con el vestido puesta y con los moños. But come on, man. If you're going to date, be a real dater. If you're not interested, then keep it moving. Because Libra, this is time for your healing. And part of the process of the healing is allowing the vibrational energy to cleanse out so that new, beautiful energies can surround you. You have to have boundaries. See how the lotus is behind me with the beautiful leaves? It's just like it's a protective, little thing around you. Now, back to protecting. Maybe the narcissist has been protecting themselves for so long, or should I say, maybe the person has been protecting themselves, building those walls, for so very long that the energy grew into narcissism. Just saying, it could be that too. It's the King of Pentacles. You got 3 kings. If you get one more king or the emperor, I'm going to fall out of my chair. I'm going to fall out of my chair, okay? But here we have the 7 of Swords. I had such high hopes. Such high hopes. This person may come back acting like every single thing you worship and adore in someone, just to get into your good graces, to get you to say yes, to get you to open the door and open more. If you get my message, be careful, because 2 kings, that was growth. That was personal growth. That was growing towards healing. That was growing towards understanding. That was growing towards discernment. There's something broken with me. There's something going on with me. This is not the first rodeo. That's not the first person I tried to break. That's not the first person I tried to damage, because I'm damaged. I'm angry and resentful. And that's the kind of energy I'm going to just, who cares if I leave them behind? Who cares if I just use them for sex? Who cares if I just use them for money? Who cares if I just, talk to them today and tomorrow I don't talk to them? Who cares if today I'm really lovey-dovey and then tomorrow I'm ice cold? Who cares? Yeah, well, we care because the 7 of Swords is coming out. So this person is trying to get away with something. So they're behaving, they're showing a pattern of I'm going really good, really good, really good. Have you ever watched the videos? I love watching YouTube videos, the funny ones. I'm sorry, it's human nature to laugh at others, even in the horrible moment, right? Even in the most horrible moment. So I laugh at people that fall off of bikes, that, they're mountain bikes, they flip all over and stuff because they're not watching where they're going. And this person was going really nice on that trail until the Seven of Swords came out. So let's see if he can straighten out, or she can straighten out that wheel. Maybe the tire's not too bent, the rim, etc. Let's see. Let's keep going. Holy mackerel. Come on. They even had me snowed. So let's just take a look. Keep talking. They keep talking about the ladder of success. See that? See that? So that's their motivation, is money. The motivation is money. I'm not going to say they don't love you, because there's a cup presenting itself. The biggest cup in the tarot is there for you. But something gets into this person's mind or character. Maybe, hey, for the psychiatrists and doctors out there, you can comment too, because we're not giving psychiatry. We're just posing questions, a bunch of question marks all over the place. What if they have bipolar depression? What if they have schizoaffective disorder? What if they have multiple personality disorder? It could happen. You could say it couldn't, but why don't you do the research? I'm all about giving you the little nuggets. The rest is up to you. But what if one or two of these people out there that you've been dealing with has bipolar depression? That would make sense as to why one moment they're very happy, they seem to be into you, everything seems to be going in the right direction, and all of a sudden they're cold and they're nasty and they're mean, because certain people with bipolar depression have highs and lows and rapid cycling. That means fast, quickly. And they could be happy with you one moment and deep, low depression the next. But be careful, because those people have psychotic episodes. I'm just telling you, I've worked in the gamut for 37 years. I think I know a thing or two. I'm not diagnosing anybody. I'm just telling you that could be another reason why these people act so crazy. Okay? But that could be why they're in and out, in and out, in and out of, like, oh, I'm going to be nice, I'm going to be this, that, and the other. And then all of a sudden they're back to normal. Their normal is mean, dark, dismal. It's like, oh my gosh, are you the evil twin? Who am I dealing with today? Come on, let's go. I can put up your dukes. Come on, tell me who I'm dealing with. Is it the devil or is it the angel? Which one? That's crazy. It vacillates too much. That's what I'm seeing. It's like, okay, I'm doing real good. I'm the king of cups. I'm loving. I'm kind. I'm emotional. I'm receptive. I'm listening. Now I'm going to be the king of swords. Oh, I'm intellectual. I'm very intelligent. And then I'm going to be the king of coins. I'm going to get that coinage. But unfortunately, coming out with the Seven of Swords, that tells me one thing. I'm greedy. I want yours too. I don't only want mine, but I want your money too. I want whatever you got. It's mine. Caring and sharing, that kind of thing. So just be very careful that this person doesn't come back because they want to use you financially, or they want to use you because they have no finances, or they have no financial backing for, let's say, a business or a business idea or a trip or a car or a house or a place to live. Just saying, be careful, guys. Be careful. Let's hope that it turns out to be better, because they are telling me they're coming with a full cup, but they also did come out with the spy card, right? The Page of Swords. So maybe they've been scoping you out for a while. Just be very careful. Be very, very careful. The Chariot is coming out. This person wants to come to you, but they don't want nobody to know. They don't want nobody to know. So either they're coming in clandestine, right? Incognito. Because look at the person. They have a hood on. So maybe if they have a jacket or baseball cap, or I don't know. It's like, I don't want to be seen. So what did I mention earlier? People that don't go out with you outside your door. They never invite you, but they always want to come over. And it always leads to something, but it doesn't lead to breaking bread. It doesn't lead to you bringing something over. Because hey, I don't know about you folks. Wherever you're watching, please put it in the comments. I don't know if you're from India, from England, or Canada. But us Americans, the way we were born, raised, bred, the way we were raised was you go to somebody's house, you bring, and I know it might sound old fashioned to you, but possibly because you were not brought up that way. But if you invite yourself over, or if someone invites you over, you bring flowers, you bring a pie, a cake, you bring something to eat, something to drink. You don't just come empty handed. Surprise, it's me. Yeah. And like you, I've seen a lot of other people in the universe, in my world, around me. And that doesn't mean I want them in my house too. What you got? I always say, bring me a used napkin, bring me something. Shit. Just don't come empty handed because you're you. What's so special? Ooh, what's so special about you? Come on now. Surprise me. So again, these people have to invest somehow in you. And it doesn't have to be financially, especially when you're just first dating. What do you mean you want a couple of dollars? Okay, that's all right. But you want $100? Why? Do I have to buy a date with you? I'm just saying, man, be careful, beware, buyer beware. If you have to spend $100 and you don't know why you're paying that person $100, are you paying them to have sex? I'm just saying. Some men think they have trophy. They found the trophy. So they'll pay for their trophy. Just keep your money in your wallet. Check the person out first. But yeah, go out, break bread together. You want to go Dutch the first time because you don't know them like that? Hey, I'm the kind of girl that I'll do that. I don't care because guess what? If this is our first date and I don't like you, I paid for my meal. You did absolutely nada for me. And I feel nothing saying, it was nice knowing you. You know that handshake you get where people don't really want to touch you, they touch your fingertips. Yeah, it was nice knowing you. Bye. See you later. So just be careful, guys. Be very careful. Oh my gosh, we got the freaking magician. They want it to happen. They want to make it happen in a theater near you, being in your home, your workplace. I don't know. Wherever they know they can find you, be careful because they might just come up on you really quickly. And the reason is because they're doing it in a clandestine way, in a very fast motion here. Be careful. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's the only way they can do it right now. You see that? That is the only way they can do it right now. Are they in another relationship, Libra? Air signs, viewers. Are they maybe trying to keep it on the down low because they're already taken? Because they're already in a relationship? They better use these freaking swords that I see here to get out of that relationship before they offer you anything. Because otherwise, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Are you going to fight the other person for this person? Like I said, Libra, air signs, viewers, you should not compete where you do not compare. You are you, you're unique, and you have your own values and your own set of pluses that come with you. You don't need to be with people that already have a placeholder. Okay? And a placeholder is a man or a woman that is married, but or living with someone permanently, but they don't want to get rid of that person. That's a placeholder, just in case it doesn't work out with you or the next you or the next you or the next you. Don't be a placeholder yourself. Have more self-esteem. Remember what I said at the beginning of this reading. This is about Libra, the empath. You need to love yourself. This is self-love time. So tough love that you're getting from Big Sister here because you need to start loving yourself. If you accept anything less than you being number one, well, you know the rest. I don't have to keep going there. You got the King of Wands. You got the King of Wands. So here's what I'm going to say. This person is trying to grow. For some of you, this person is trying their darndest to grow. I'm going to still use the analogy of a drug addict. I'm sorry. I love you guys, and I pray that you guys get help. So, as I always tell you guys, someone who is hooked on drugs, and drugs can be anything. My drug, and I still have to watch myself. Yeah, I'm a little shopaholic, but I do it with my own money, but still, it's not good. I buy things that I don't need. I think I need them, they're clothes. But the truth is, I have so much jewelry, I keep it in a big bag because I don't have a jewelry box right now. Okay. And as y'all see me, I don't get to dress up all the time because I'm always in a hurry to do this, that, or the other, keeping my responsibilities. You guys are my priority. My clothes is not. So I already have enough clothes, if truth be told. I have more than enough shoes and more than 7 pairs. Let's just put it that way. I have more than 7 pairs, so I have more than enough shoes to wear uh at least for like a quarter of a year and not wear the same pair of shoes. I'm just keeping it real. But then there are others that can't stop shopping and they max their cards up and then they open another one to pay off that one and end up spending that one too. I'm just saying. Then there's others that are hooked on a drug that is or is not, and I said is or is not prescribed personally to them. Then there are others that are addicted to money. They're greedy, and all they can think about, all that consumes them is owning things. Like some landlords that charge a lot of money and they can do it by buying up a whole bunch of houses or buildings within blocks, right? Because they like to be in charge. It's like playing Monopoly, but with real money. And then there are those that have sex addictions. And that's what I'm getting at is that this person may have some kind of addiction, something going on with them to where they're going to relapse a little bit and then they keep going. So long as they keep going, they're making forward progress. I feel in looking at these cards that the first two cards are definitive that there's a King of Cups along with the King of Swords. And this person is finally trying, like maybe the heart space is trying to open up and they're trying to be their true self or finding remnants of that true self. And that true self may have been a very loving, caring, positive energy that really did care deeply about people before they were broken, before they became the narcissist or became like the narcissist. Okay. So I do see two cards back to back telling me I'm building myself up. I'm two kings now. So I'm the King of Cups and I'm the King of Swords. When it came back to the money, maybe that's the Achilles heel. Maybe that's their weakness is money, properties, wealth, status. Maybe they just feel like they got to look like money. But let me tell you that the research that I've done, because I listen to a lot of people, God, I can't remember her name right now. She's a Latin young lady, very well off, and she's a self-made millionaire. But people like that I listen to, they all say, like, how can you tell old money, new money, etc. Right? Well, one of the things that they talk about is the fact that people that really have real wealth, they will mention places and things that if you don't respond to that, you don't know what the hell they're talking about, and you've never lived that life. So there could be that these people are posers or people that have, I guess you could say they're not wealthy, but they're very well um taken care of financially. Okay. But it seems like some people could be overly obsessed. And I'm saying that, and here's the time when I mess up my table, and I really don't care. We got to dissect the reading. We've got to get into the reading. We've got to know what's going on. So you see all these cards of money? They've told me twice. This is their happiness. This is their true happiness, guys. Having the 10 of coins. So yeah, they did mention this Ace of Cups. I'm not going to belittle that. That's a big cup of love. That's the ultimate cup of love. I'm not going to diminish that. But the higher emphasis is not on love. It's on money. It's on money. So you may be messing around with someone who is very like a hard worker, or someone that's a workaholic like I am, or someone that all they think about is money and wealth. Now, if it's the latter, that's not good. It's good because you'll never be poor, but it's not good because they put money over love. They put money over anything, even relationships. So that's not a positive. But that could be something, or it could be demonstrating that this person has had growth, because they have. I'm not going to sit here and say they haven't had growth, because it's showing it. So even if it's a cross watcher, good job, cross watcher, keep going. But here's where the analogy comes in from the addictions. Just like an addict can want to be clean. Oh, I didn't mention alcoholism. Okay. Maybe they haven't drank, let's say, in a year. And then a stressful situation comes up, or somebody, that they see they're around has beer with them, or a bottle of something with them, and says, hey, want a drink? And that's all that it takes for them to fall off the wagon. Again, metaphorically, but if it fits. So all I'm saying is they're going well. They got 2 kings down, and that's hard to do. But remember, there has to be 4 kings to be the emperor. And it has to be something that you don't just emulate right now. You got to stay in that status infinity times infinity. That means forever. Okay. So they got 2 down. I don't know who they're being emotional with, unless it's with themselves. Maybe they're coming to terms with their feelings. Maybe they've never had these feelings and trying to understand why they feel these feelings for you. Whatever it is, they are doing some work on themselves. So I have to give them clout, recognition where that's concerned. But when they got to the 3rd king, that's when it's like, oh shoot, I think this is my drug. Whether it's sex, whether it's money, whether it's alcohol, whether it's, whatever it is, cheating, I don't care. Cheating on my taxes, I don't care what it is, but something hits a bump in the road for them and they fall off the wagon. So the idea here that we need to find out, or should I say the question we need to pose to clarify, is what is it that's making them fall off the wagon? Is it you? Is it trying to get to you when they already belong to someone else? And when I say belong, I mean signature wise. There's a paper, and the freaking paper says that they belong to someone. Is that what it is? They keep going back and forth? Or is it that their habits, their bad drug addiction or something is what forced them to hit that bump? So let's clarify. I'm going to get a different deck. Because I'm very happy that the person made it to the 3rd king. But when they came to the 3rd king, all I see is nothing but swords and nothing but finances. And the 7 of swords is trickery. And we don't need nobody, this is not trick or treat time. It's not Halloween. I want a treat. I don't want a trick. So keep that out of this conversation. So let's take another look with the tarot, and let's figure this out, because something's going on right here. I don't know. They did come back and say they're the King of Wands. Okay, so I do want to show that to you. So they did make it to the 4th king, but unfortunately, there's something that hangs them up. There's something that trips them up. So let's see. We want to clarify, guys. Pardon me. I have water next to me. I don't know why I'm coughing. In case you've never had water while somebody's doing tarot for you, you need to research what water does for the tarot or for the messages to flow through. I'm just drinking it because I'm thirsty. I speak a lot and my throat got parched. But stop and think about people that live around a lot of water, or even if you have a lake or a brook behind your house, there's a lot of intuition, a lot of flow of energies there. Just think about it, okay? So we want to know we want to know firstly, see if they can answer us as to what tripped them up. What is it that trips this person up while they're coming for their empath, while they're coming for their person? The Two of Coins. Priorities, juggling, back and forth, decisions, decisions that have to be made, but this person doesn't make them. You see that? Two of Coins. Two of Coins. And this is the first thing. Let me see. I'm trying, YouTube. I'm trying to cover the goodies. This is the lovers to the lovers to the Two of Coins. So again, there is a decision that, but you know, I'm going to say this, guys. This decision for some of you has been long in coming. And I mean long in coming. And this person still can't get it out. Step on the gas. You can do it. Take it out of park. So until that decision is made, there's nothing that's going to happen. So for some of you, unfortunately, this person makes a decision. I'm going towards my person. I'm going towards my Libra. I'm going towards my air sign. And then puts the brakes on and goes, my God, that's scary. What am I doing? What am I thinking? I can't go by. I can't go back. I can't go by my Libras. What if they don't want me? Or what if they don't like me anymore? Or what if we get, I don't know, what if the world ends tomorrow? What if the world ends? Who cares? Let's do it anyway. Remember, when you step out in faith, when you step out believing that God is leading you to do something positive for your life, for yourself and someone else, you should have faith that God will not lead you to want something, to yearn from your heart for something that isn't good for you. Now, on the other hand, I'm just saying some people are questionable, but they say there's someone for everyone in the world. So I'm just saying, it seems like this person is wishy-washy. Some lack courage. So I'm just saying that's what keeps them, from actually doing it, is that they're not connecting. It's not going full circle. Okay. They don't know whether when they come towards you, whether you're going to be the Queen of Cups. If you're not going to be the emotional, receptive, open person, then that's scary. Deep feelings here. And funny because it literally says empathetic. We've been talking about our empaths today. This Ten of Wands, okay? They have reached their limit. Whatever it is that they're doing right now without you, they have reached their limit. They want a new life. I keep saying these cards are repeating themselves over and over. Every time that I go to clarify, same card. It's the Fool. Same card. They want a new life. And they want it with you. They want the happiness with you. That's clear. Maybe the money is an issue for them right now. I don't know. But that's a high emphasis on monies. Okay? But what I am going to say is it's really lovely that they want a new life, a new way of life, or to try something new with you, or to go in a new direction with you. I think all of that is fantastic. But you got to put your money where your mouth is. You got to put your motion into the ocean. If you don't actually set out on that journey, cross watcher or whoever's listening, then how do you expect it to happen? How's it going to work? How's it going to work? I mean, I'm gonna be real, and I keep things real in this channel. You're gonna hear things that maybe you're like, Victoria, I don't like you today. Oh well, lo siento. I'm sorry. Not sorry. I have a freaking uh a rower machine. Have not got on it once because I work so many hours. I'm just keeping it real. My intention was I'm gonna just use it every day because it's here in the house. I'm going to save money. I'm not going to Planet Fitness where they take my money. I got my own machine. I put it together. Happy as a lark. I've not used it once. Not because I don't want to, because I work too much. But do you see how that can seem like it's me putting up pretexts why I can't do things, right? Excuses, excuses, excuses. So this person talks themselves into a beautiful thing with you for some of you out there. And I'm sorry to say that have you ever seen the for those that are about 40 or 35 and over, guys, and I love the hearts and everything else you guys are sending. Keep going. I love it. Thank you so much. Have you ever seen the movie The Three Amigos? I love all these old movies because of classics. The Three Amigos, Martin Short is in there, and what's his name? Oh my God, the other Martin, right? Steve Martin. They locked him up in a prison, a Mexican prison, right? And they think they speak Spanish because they're three actors doing some kind of Western, and they think they know Spanish, but they don't. So they think that they're there for another reason, and they lock them up. And so he's kind of chained to the wall. But it's the kind of chain that it gives a little bit. So he's like, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. And boom, he goes backwards into the wall, right? Because it only goes so far. He was trying to get the key because he could see the key. And his theory was if I could get the key, I'm gonna open that door and we're out of here. It wasn't long enough. So I feel like this person that keeps trying to come towards you because they have these beautiful thoughts. I have this big, and I'll put it over my heart because I just feel it so beautifully here. I have this big, beautiful love. Maybe I've never experienced love before like this. Maybe I've never known there was a love like this. Maybe it's scary to love like this. But I'm saying I have this big love. I have this big love for them. I'm going to go and tell them. Even if I have to sneak away, I'm going to go tell them in my Seven of Swords. I'm going to go tell them. And it's like that doggone movie. I think I can. I think I can. I'm getting closer to Libra, to my air sign, to my person. Choom! They decide it's too scary, or they decide I can't do this, or what was I thinking? Well, you were thinking the right way, but you got to gain some courage. And my beautiful Wizard of Oz movie is my favoriteest in the world because it's from childhood that was watching this, and it was way older than me. It's been on forever. But nonetheless, the cowardly lion finally had courage. Yeah, if you only have courage to see it through, not the hot and cold, but the between the good and the bad, and just keep it flowing. Keep going. Then there's the other ones, my Libras. I must tell you what's going on in their head. They're too perfect. What's the deal? Tell me the truth. You're not perfect. You're not that nice. You're not that good. There's something wrong with you. I know there is. It's got to be something wrong with you. I know. As soon as you get me, as soon as I give you my heart, you're going to show me. You're going to show me how you really are. You're going to show me the true person. They don't believe that you could just be that good of a deal. Like, damn, like, have you ever found like, okay, here I go with my shopaholic stories. Once upon a time, I wanted a Coach bag. No, actually, it was my Dooney and Burke, which I still have, but I don't even use a purse anymore, guys. So I have it packed up. But nonetheless, I wanted a Dooney and Burke so bad, so bad. So when I finally got one, I was like, wow. It's my legit Dooney and Burke. I got it, right? But it's like that. Like I couldn't believe that I didn't buy it at retail price. It was not a knockoff. It was legit. It was genuine. But I got it at a super discounted price. I got a $500 purse that was 50 bucks so that you can see how good of a deal it was. So to someone maybe shopping with me, they're going to think two things. Man, I hate you right now because you're very lucky. You got something that is very expensive and you got it for a dang almost free price. Or they're going to think, man, why wasn't that me? Why wasn't it me? I'm sorry, that's the way people are, even with relationships. Your friends that are so much your friends, your besties, even you men out there. How many 80s rock songs and soft rock songs are there? Jesse, if I could have Jesse's girl, I just want Jesse's girl, right? So where can I find a woman like that? So if you're gonna go tell somebody you met someone and you just know this is the person because they're this, that, and the other, they're the best thing since sliced bread. Yes, I am. Just think about it. If you start telling them how good this person is, how nice they are to you, how inviting and welcoming they are to you, they don't argue with you. You spend really awesome moments with them. You really think that your friends, even if they're best friends, are not going to be jealous in the back of their mind, even if they don't say it out loud? They'll be saying things like this. Nah, you shouldn't be with that person. I don't think they're good for you. Oh no, I don't think you should date that person because they don't have enough money. No, they're not the prettiest person. I've seen more beautiful women. He doesn't make enough money. Nah, don't date him. But in their mind, what they're really thinking is, you F and B or you F and A. Why did you end up getting the lucky one? Why did you hit the lotto? Why did you hit the lotto? So there can be a lot of jealousy also that comes between y'all, that people are saying no, they're not for you for stupid reasons. So here we go. This person is back to the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups. No, we had it somewhere. Seven of Cups. So their moments are in deep thought and contemplation about you and the life they could have with you. There's not going to be a way for me to take a road trip. I'm just saying. Color me bad. Put it in the comments. I'm just saying. How can I take a road trip? One, if I've never been there before, I better do the GPS. I better look at a map, something. Google it. Two, I better have, if I'm going by car, I better own a car or have a car or rent a car. Three, I should put some gas in the car. Analogy, put some gas in it. But the last part I have to do, I have to physically get in the car and I gotta turn it on and take it out of park to start the trip. You cannot do that, cross watcher, with this person that's on your mind. How can you do that if you don't take the first step, which is taking it out of park? You're getting to the car, you've made it that far. Congratulations, because that is a big part of this for the ones that keep changing their minds. But if you never take the car out of park and actually start on that trip back to your person, to a real relationship, you're never going to get there. How can you get there if you put no gas in the car? You didn't take it out of park. I'm just saying, it's a beautiful dream. That's all it is. This new life that they dream about, that includes you. So beautiful. But if they don't put the tiger in their tank, remember the ExxonMobil? Remember when they used to use that mascot? You need to put a tiger in your tank. Well, gosh darn it, you need to get out of park, because you're never going to know whether the Libra is real or not if you don't spend quality time with the person. You can't not break bread with someone and get to know them. So what? You guys are great in bed. But if you don't meet, you don't have a meeting of the minds, meaning you don't think similarly, you can't talk to each other in an intellectual way, world events or otherwise, and all you're interested or they're interested is in the bedroom. Okay, wow, we're great in the bedroom. Okay, what else? What else works? Because maybe it does need to stay in a situationship where you don't see them anymore and they don't see you anymore. If that's all they have to offer, it's not going anywhere. It's going to stay in park. And that tank is on empty. You know, that little, you see, when the light comes on and is doing this business, you need to go to the gas station. You need to go to the gas station, the little marker. You're going to run out of gas. It needs to be full. Take it out of park. Yeah, I can do driver's ed now. Anybody need a license renewal? Queen of Wands. Like I said, they're recognizing that there's a lot of passion inside of you. Wheel of Fortune. These are external forces that are out of our control. Some things are in our control, like deciding decisively, meaning this is what I've chosen. I'm not changing my mind again. I'm putting it in motion. And then there are other things that come into play, which is what I'm getting when I picked up this Wheel of Fortune. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. Some of Crosswatcher or my beautiful viewers, my Libras, by the way, my subscribers, you've been with me for so long. I love you to pieces. Thank you so much. Please, if you like this so far, if you stayed with me so far, hit the thumbs up for me. So guys, here's the issue. That Wheel of Fortune is a decision to a certain extent. Remember, we talked about these decisions here, and we also talked about the 2 coins. But remember, the decision card, the Lover's card, came out twice. So what I have to say with this Wheel of Fortune, because I just suddenly got like a very heavy feeling here, and that always signifies my heart chakra being in pain, feeling suffering. Yeah, I'm hurt. Somebody emotionally hurt me. So this Wheel of Fortune is a double whammy. It is signaling that certain people, whether it's you, my air signs, or whether it's going to be someone else, the cross watcher, person on your mind, needs to come to that decision. But on their decision, it's kind of, from what I'm hearing and feeling from this card, something is happening or has happened wherever they are that has put them in a lot of pain, suffering, and hurt emotionally. Because my heart chakra just suddenly feels a lot of pain and I feel a lot of pressure. So sending love out to whoever's going through this. But I'm telling you, it's the divine. The divine is signaling this Wheel of Fortune. It's not their choice anymore. It's not their choice anymore. So either living situations are about to change, either relationship situations are about to end, being terminated. There's something going on there. Hopefully it's not a job for people. Hopefully it's not being homeless for people. But the divine, people think, I'm going to say this as politely as possible. People think that we have a God who is merciful, who is just, who is so kind. And I want to say correct, correct, correct. But if you've read your Bible and if you have a personal relationship with your God, then I'm going to sit here and tell you, he can also be very, very, very furious. And he, like a kind parent, has his limits. And when he sees his child in pain and being stepped on and hurt, whether it's the cross watcher or whether it's my viewers, my beautiful subscribers, it doesn't matter. The way our creator works is, I'm going to give you free will. I'm going to give you free will. So we're going back and forth with the 2 of coins. Do they ever fall? No, they don't. So yeah, the 2 of coins mess, I want to tell somebody out there, because this might be a specific message for somebody out there. The 2 of coins, no, that's not working. In this instance, it's not working. Somebody's life is about to change or has recently changed abruptly, Possibly we're not, even for some, we're not expecting a divorce or we're not expecting a legal separation. It's happening. There's something happening here and it's out of your control. Again, our loving Father gives us time to get used to the idea that this change needs to happen. This change needs to happen. I'm going to use another analogy, and you guys are going to kill me for this one, but I'm going to do it anyway. That's the kind of girl I am. Have you ever gone to the restroom? You live in a house. Go to the restroom, and maybe for our ladies, you just tinkle so you don't use too much. But what if you have a bad tummy and somebody in the house wasn't so nice to put paper there that you could just grab easily to change the rope? Have you ever gone to the restroom to the point to where I really got to go bad and you don't have anything to wipe with because nobody changed the roll of toilet paper? It was done. It's done. I just left the doggone, the little cylinder thingy. Well, that's what's happened to this relationship or this situation that somebody's in. There's no more toilet paper to clean up the poop that's been for decades, they're telling me, or for days. Take your pick. Get in where you fit in. So something happened or something's about to happen where you are going to wish you had toilet paper. And if you don't have toilet paper, you're going to wish that you had galoshes. Put them on, because there's a bunch of BS all over the place. And this time you're not going to be able to clean it up. It's not possible. It's not possible. And yes, Creator can do things like that to let you stay to the dwindling end because you don't want to get out. So let me tell you, natural disasters don't happen. Yes, they do. So analogy, you're in a house, you got to get out. Why? Because there's nothing left. That fire took everything down to the base. There's nothing left. No walls, nothing. And you still don't want to leave. And God wouldn't do that to me. What if there was a freak storm where it was lightning and thundering and the lightning struck your house and your house, some electrical thing went off and kablam, that's it. Nothing left of the house. So don't tell me God cannot do things like that. All powerful. And yes, he has his limits. If you want to see God as just a merciful, kind God, I'm sorry, read your Bible and then come talk, because there's curses all over the place. The doggone people with children, infants, had to put blood all over their house door, right? The front door, so that the Holy Spirit would pass and their babies would not get killed, because he had it in for the Pharaoh and he wasn't taking any more of his BS. So stop and think about things like that. That's the way God is with us. Okay, you're handling it your way. Here's some rope. You're still handling it. Okay, here's some more rope. You sure you're handling it? Because you don't seem to be handling it. Come back later. Are you sure you got this? Because you don't look like you're in control. I got this. Okay. Your house is on fire. You're sitting on the toilet and you just took a massive, and there's no toilet paper to clean your happy butt. I think it's time for the big guy to come in. And I'm not asking you, can I get the plunger for you? Can I get a roll of toilet paper for you to wipe your little hiney? I'm not telling you, can I get the funding to rebuild if this is what you want, or a new house? I'm not telling you. I'm demanding you step out of the way, because you kind of foolish by now. You just keep hitting yourself, you're fooling yourself if you think you got some control here, because you got no control. Zilch, zero, nada. So now it's my turn. Get out of the way. Here I come. Oh, you wanted this? You wanted this relationship? You wanted this house? You wanted this career? whatever it is, it's gone. So I'm telling you, you were given chance after chance after chance after chance. I mean, I could keep going probably times infinity, but you get the gist of it. It's done. He's done talking. And when God is done talking, you better move out of the way because you're about to be hurt too. So this person, like I said, I'm feeling the pain in my chest. Why? Because even when we don't want a relationship anymore, but we stay there because that's what we know, we're familiar with them, and better the devil we know. And God's like, I didn't make you so somebody could use you as a punching bag. I didn't make you, create you so that somebody could use you and abuse you. Excuse me, get out of the way. Stand behind me. It's my turn. Now you get the analogy? Yeah, because it's done. Vice versa. If they're with a narcissist, they've had their little lights punched out by now because something is changing here. God is not going to allow this to continue. It's just not going to continue. So sorry, not sorry. So sorry, not sorry. We're looking at the Mystic Moon Oracle. Do we have a time frame for this Wheel of Fortune event? And I see that either the cross watcher, the Libra, the air sign, the viewer, whoever it is, they need to stand up and fight, but fight in a different way. Don't fight dirty like they do unless they fight so dirty that you have to stoop to that level. But some of you is going to be next spring. So technically speaking, we're still in spring because tomorrow is the day of the solstice, if I'm not mistaken. No, today is the solstice, summer solstice, I believe. Yeah, because we're on the 21st. Yeah, guys, God's not playing anymore because you don't God is telling me you don't know how to help yourself. You don't know how to take care of business. Next week's look promising. I said looks promising. So that's when God would like for things to be settled in the next couple of weeks. But let me tell you what. See the two of coins. Hi, lovely. How are you doing? You said don't answer. Hi, Willie. How are you doing, honey? Thank you. Yes, please hit the like button. Guys, remember the indecision is causing delays. So for some, they still feel like they're not making the decision. They're not making if I choose, I can stay. I can stay. I don't think so. I beg to differ. I hear a commandment coming. And I feel a commandment coming. Remember, I read energy, not people's minds. I read energies. And the energy from that card was like, you know what? No, I don't care what you want anymore. You're self-inflicting. I made the joke on my last video. I was like, people, I take mental health very seriously. And I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. I've had the good fortune of working off and on in mental health in the field as a medical assistant and someone that's working with counselors for many, many, many years. I'm not making any light of that, but I was like, I look like a cutter. I'm all cut up. Even my pinky is cut up. So sometimes we don't know how to take care of ourselves. Sometimes, I should have worn long sleeves in retrospect, right? Wear long sleeves. I'm just saying, sometimes we don't have the common sense to get out of the way. Get out of the way. You're in danger, you dummy. You're in the thick of it. And you don't even know. You have grown like those people that have their nose blind. You've grown so accustomed to the chaos, to the disruption. What is it? When you have like an emotional bonding, it's trauma bond. You have a trauma bond with the person that you don't want to leave because you're so used to that the chaos is normal because it's gone on for so long. And God is like, Get out of the way. You're hurting yourself. Now you deal with me. Now you're dealing with me. You wanted to what happened to them? You wanted to make sure they what? You want to make sure they're poor and they're homeless. And what else did you want? Make sure that they're, unalived and go to HEL, double hockey stick. Really? Okay, now you're dealing with me. Can you say that to me? Because now I'm gonna put you in your place and let's see how you like it. So I feel God is in charge. So when God is in charge, that's it. There's no more free will. The buck stops here, like they used to say. What was that old saying in the 70s? Cash, gas, or ass. Nobody writes for free. Yeah, I mentioned God and that in one sentence. So sorry for those delicate creatures out there. But that's the truth. Nothing's free in life. The free ride stops. Okay? No more. So God is putting his foot down. Sorry, you have shown personal growth, and then you grew 2 more kings. Very proud of that. But it's just like I stated with the addicts, you're going to slide before you can go forward some more. Just be cognizant of that. Be cognizant of the fact that you're how should I say, you're a work in progress. Okay, God is trying to work his masterpiece within you, but this is a very critical change. It's a very huge change for some that have been this way for years, especially, or have Taurus in their chart, or have Aries in their chart, holy, even Capricorn in their chart. For any of those signs, or Scorpio in their chart, holy macaroni. Really? Those are the most stubbornest people I've ever met, but they've not met a Libra, because I can be more stubborn than you will ever know. But I'm going to let you with that rope. I'm going to give you all the rope you need. You need some more, honey? Oh, sure. What? I didn't give you the 30 pieces. Here's 40 more. And I'm going to wait because you're looking like an idiot, because I'm giving you all the rope, trying to see if you learn the life lessons. And that's what God does. God waits. Like, oh yeah, you sure that's 30 pieces? That looks more like, I don't know, 28. I think you need to measure again. I'm just saying, he is a beautiful, beautiful creator. But at the same time, you're his creation. So when you don't have the wit to know when to quit things, he's going to push you to the side. And that might hurt a little bit. Might hurt your ego even. But he's going to change your life. And it's not your choice anymore. I'm just saying. So it should be happening for some in a couple of weeks. But this person thinks that they're still in an indecision phase. God is about to change that. For the people that it said for the spring, I really do believe that time frame is now. So I want to say before like the end of July, tops. I really believe that something needs to change in that person's life. I really don't feel like taking another hard, deep breath. Like I said, I don't think the heart can take anymore. I feel this person is depressed. Yeah, I'm doing this to my blouse because it hurts, guys. Ooh, it hurts. Really hurts. So this person is going through it, but the longer they stay, the worse it's going to get. Shadow side. What is the shadow side? Where are they being hit? Where are they being hit the most? Whether the Libra or the cross watcher, where are they being hit the most? Wow. It flipped out, but it wouldn't fall out. Wow. You're being hit by the law, whoever it is that this is for. You're being hit by the law. You're being hit by discipline, self-discipline. Do what's hard. Do what you fear. The elements are air, light, wind. You need self-control. You need respect and rules. So someone, breath of life, and I can't breathe. Breath of life. You're being hit by not having order or peace in your life. And the law might be called in, or something relating to law is going to happen. Maybe the law has to come in because something happens. People physically getting injured or people throwing things, getting physical and out of hand. I don't know. I don't know, but something's going to happen. But your peace is being taken away. So that's how it's affecting. Okay. Look at that. That came out without even touching anything. I do feel that that's exactly how somebody is feeling. Like if I leave, there's going to be guilt. If I give up, this guilt, the chakras. It's not your guilt to take. If you suffered already, if you suffered through, you tried to wait until things changed and they didn't change for the positive, and you found yourself doing everything on your own, nobody can blame you for that. And if they do, that's their issue. Why do you let other people's hangups be yours? Remember, this is about being loving, kind to yourself and having self respect first. Wow, that one flipped too. This is a quest. Remember, remember, the Fool came out twice. Twice. Let me get that. We're all over the place today, but there's a lot going on. There is a lot going on. I know it came out twice. Here it goes. I was about to give up. And that's the other thing. Possibly, just like I'm going to say this for people that are non-metaphysical, that are non-spiritual, that are not connected to the grand spirit creator in that way. The same way that my archangels of light, Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, Raphael, Metatron, remember, just like they're hearing me, so are the fallen angels. They also have a job or have made it their job to mess you up. Golly, remember, we're not fighting flesh and bone. So this person is on a quest. You see these Fool cards twice? This is the equivalent in this deck of the Fool. The Fool is trying to set out on a new path, a new journey, to go somewhere, to be something different, to change themselves. Look at the way she is, and the child's just there, right? And it's almost as if she's in trance or meditation to where she's not affected. She's just going to do her thing. And that's the issue right there is don't allow somebody to trip you up. Do your thing. Oh, Victoria, what if my thing it excludes the rest of the family, or it excludes my children, or excludes my wife, husband, girlfriend, boyfriend? What is your point? Because I'm not getting it. I'm not understanding. What is your point? If they're not in sync with you, if that life is not in sync with who you are at your core, or has changed you fundamentally in a negative way to where you don't like yourself anymore, you're always lashing out, you're always being negative, you're always being bitter, then is that relationship good for you? Okay. Hidden wisdom. Let's check it out. Hidden realms. In the hidden realms, what do you want us to know wisdom wise? What kind of advice would you give us today on how to handle the situation? Girl, they're jumping into the pan. The fish are jumping in. The diamond dreamer. It says material wealth, true prosperity. True prosperity. So now I'm going to get off my soapbox and go into another direction. For some people, they do need to build up their capital, their wealth. We've already had the discussion numerous times on this channel that if you need to get out of a situation that's sticky or harmful for you, and you don't have the money to do it, then yeah, it is time to dig in, put your pants on and your boots and everything else and go to work. It's not time to rest on your laurels, because now you have a plan, but now you need the cash flow to make that plan, to make it in effect, or to get going, to take that car out of park. I'm just saying, for some of you, it is something that you need to gain financial freedom or financial gain of some sort. Okay, just saying. So remember, the true prosperity is the one that has peace, happiness, joy, and contentment, being fulfilled in all ways, not just financial. Okay, I want to go forth, but yeah, I'm going to do it the way I want to. Sorry, Spirit. I'm going to use this deck here. Is there anything hidden that they need to know about? Is there anything hidden that might harm them at this time? Or that is an intention of another set in motion to harm them at this time? I still feel like, okay. Spring is coming out again. See that? And then comes summer. And this is upside down. So for some, it will be a marriage or a union of some sort, whether legal and binding or just commingling together. Okay. Hi, good luck givers and takers. How are you doing? Detoxicity. Yes. Yes. This issue here is going to have like ebbs and flows. It's going to keep going. Siri, stop listening to me. Siri's nosy. I didn't touch anything. Think about how great the energy is that my iPad started listening to me and unlocked itself. Just saying, it takes my thumb. So anyway, spring and summer are very crucial times, but there is a relationship that has lost its fertility. You take away what you want from that. The winter has set in. You know, in the winter, everything dies, goes to sleep. Some things come back that are meant to be when the spring comes again, and some things never come back. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. There's a cleaning that needs to happen. See that? There's a clearing, a cleaning. Even some secrets that need to be revealed. Who gives a darn? Let the chips fall where they may. Oh, I used to be a cross dresser. I used to like to wear women's clothes, or I don't know why that always comes out for me. Or I worked as a I don't know, whatever you think is scandalous or taboo. Okay, who gives a? You need a guardian here. You need to have a rebirth. Let me tell you, Holy Spirit, you are so beautiful. Wow. Wow. So let me tell you, first of all, look at that. That's you. You need a rebirth. Do you know how I know that? The death card came out with the rebirth. You need a drastic change. Whoever I'm talking to, you need a drastic change. So in order for you to have a rebirth, you have to allow whatever you're going through right now to change, to die away, so you can cut it out like a doggone ulcer, a cancer. But they're also telling me, and I got to cover her little bottom, you need a cleansing, even if it's in the shower. If you don't believe in that, just tell the water, tell God, tell your God, cleanse me from all this darkness, this negativity, this toxicity. I don't want it anymore. That's all there is. It's so thick you could cut it with a knife. Cleanse me, God. Now, is that magic? I hope not, because I doggone get in the shower every day. Newsflash, all of America, possibly. I'm not going to say all. Majority of people bathe every day. Then you got to set an intention. After you get this cleansing, and it might just be from your heart chakra, cleanse that out, start to heal. You need to set an intention. What do I want to really happen? What do I see really happening? What is it that I should be really hoping for? Is it a positive relationship? Is it I need to be by myself? I need to find myself. I need to see who I really am. I don't know. Only you do. Okay. But there's a lot of stuff going on here. We're going to do the 3-minute meditation and then we're outie, guys, because I've held you up a long, long time. Oh, man. I almost got away with it. So I'm going to do the whispers of love. Make it short, Spirit. Okay, whispers of love, because they did have that last message. Because I like to end things in a positive. Y'all know that. Is there a new love coming towards the Libra? Is love a strong possibility for the Libra? Some of you think I want a new love. Let me tell you what this says. Ask for help. And I'm talking about him. Ask for help. And it might be another person too that really knows you and really cares about you, and that's not going to sell you down the river and snitch. Ask for help. What do you really need? Be willing to accept support. I'm telling you, for some of you, it's bad and you need to get out. And if somebody can help you, you need to reach out. I'm going to put my hair back because I'm about to start fire. I don't want it to burn. So we're going to do our 3-minute meditation, and we're going to really keep it to the 3 minutes. Okay. So again, if you've never been here, I understand. The way it works is you should be alone, or people need to leave, or you need to be the one that leaves the restroom, your car, or your room. Secondarily, you need to figure out what one thing do you need above all else right now. And that's what you're going to work on today. Okay. I wish I could be more clear, but I literally have been holding like a quart of water for a long time, and I got to go. I love you guys. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Your first screen is to your left. I close my eyes because I can visualize what I am working on a lot better. So I invite you to do the same or not. I'm going to be quiet while you start working on your first screen. All screens are black, like the TV when it's off or a computer when it's off, until you start putting in your work in there. So start now. Okay. Now I need you to start putting in the finishing product. What does it taste like? What does it smell like? What does it look like? Does it have to come from someone in particular? Or can God just bring it to you miraculously in his perfect timing? Okay, I need you to move over to your last and final screen. And I want you to extend your hands out with whatever you worked on. And I want you to see Archangel Michael walking from the other direction towards you. Don't worry about, there's many of you and only one of him. He is a mighty archangel after all. So hand it over with love. Let it go with love so that God can bring it to you and make it real, make it touchable. It can be advantageous for you. Okay, guys, this has been your reading for Sunday. It's been very, very emotional, tough love, etc. But you know, I think you got it in you. Like my eldest sister used to say in the 70s, kid, you got moxie. So you got the grit to do this. You can do it. I can do all things with God, right? So you've got this. And for cross watchers or whoever has to get right with themselves, I'm sorry, there's no more chances for you to fix anything. God is stepping in. I wish you well. I love you all. Thank you so much for being with me every Sunday. I love being with you and seeing your beautiful names. May you be blessed. Love and light. Bye.